Let's get to our big corporate conversation this morning. Rakesh Sharma with us, ED Bajaj Auto. Rakesh, always a pleasure to have you on. Let's talk a bit about what demand has been looking like in Q1. And if we broaden that scope a little and look at the last 7 to 8 months, is there a concern on demand for two-wheelers overall?
Morning. You see, the last post-festive of last year, demand has been muted. The festive period saw a big spurt, and after that, it's either been in the subsequent quarters have either been very minor negative or minor positive, and so it is in Q1 also, just a really minor positive growth. But I guess, that's the nature of things, because we are finding that more and more the demand tends to get concentrated during the festive periods. And this year, this Q1, of course, there has been a bit of an advancement of monsoon, which has also been ferocious. So so while it is very good from a agricultural point of view, there are interruptions in June. Usually June, you get a clear June. And I would say that Q1 was slightly dampened because of that. But fundamentally, yes, if I put the festive and non-festive together, we think that like last year, this year also should be in sort of mid-single digits, 5 to 6% growth in the motorcycle industry.
What is your view on why this is happening? Are you seeing a shift? Because your EV numbers, if I look at it standalone, is a fairly different picture. Obviously, base is smaller, etc. Is there a fundamental shift? Is there a pricing concern? Is there a demand capability or a consumption capability problem? Or is this something which is now only in passing and transitionary?
See, fundamentally, we have to understand it's not as if it's a big problem. Having a 5-6% growth in an industry which is as large as ours is not a problematic thing. Of course, we would all want it to be in double digits. And of course, there is a point that the peak which the industry had scaled in FY 18-19 is yet to be breached. That is certainly a point. And the reason, if I take a long shot view from FY 18-19 to now, one of the contributory reasons is the cost of the entry, cost of the motorcycle, and the price of the motorcycle going up. There have been lots of regulatory requirements. There have been things like, insurance, etc., which have got loaded onto it, and the costs and therefore the prices have increased. Now, we have to understand that the customer, on the average, we're talking about somebody who makes 40 to 50,000 rupees per month. And even a 1,000 or a 2,000 rupee increase has a depressing effect on demand. So I would say overall, if you take a 5-year view, certainly the prices of motorcycles going up because of these reasons have dampened and prevented us from getting to the peak. But if you take a year-on-year view, I would say that 5 to 6% growth over the year is a problem.
Got it. Mr. Sharma, good morning, Neeraj here. Just under the hood though, right? When I look at the numbers, the two-wheeler sales in the domestic market, as our analysis shows us, have been flat to negative since November 2024. And that's not the case for everybody in this ecosystem. So why is that happening with you? And what's the strategy to change that?
Are you talking about Bajaj Auto?
Yes, please. Bajaj Auto. Bajaj Auto.
Yeah. So what has happened is that our focus, as you know, is in the top half of the segment. The bottom half of the segment, which we participate in, but only on hard terms, if I may say so, that has seen quite a lot of competitive intensity in terms of very low pricing and tactical moves. And it doesn't allow us to achieve the kind of growth and profitability ambitions which we have. I mean, we have a certain internal requirement, and that gets compromised with this kind of a competitive intensity. So we have been losing a market share over there and consciously. And this is about 45% of the total industry. When things improve or through product interventions which pull up and upgrade the customers, those are very much in the anvil, and we will be practicing them. But as things stand now, we made a conscious choice to participate in this at our own terms. In the top half of the segment, there has been a 1 or 2 percentage drop in market share post the festive, during the festive and after the festive. Those countermeasures have been taken in, I would say, February and March, which saw some 3 or 4 product introductions between February and March, and parity pricing with competition.
Okay.
And we've already seen on a sequential basis that there is recovery of market share. So there was
Where do you expect it to go,
October.
Mr. Sharma? Market share? Do you have a target in mind?
We just want to outpace the industry. We don't have a target in mind, but yes, the first stop is to recover what we had lost in this 3-4 months. And listen, we are talking about 1 or 2 percentage points, and there is a lot of estimate.
Fair enough. But just very quickly, sir, rare earth, is that issue still troubling you and, of course, the industry? Do you see any signs of this easing?
Yes, of course, it is a issue which has got serious short-term implications, which I mean for at least in Q2. We definitely see production getting compromised by about 50%, 40 to 50% in scooters, and about 25-30% in three-wheelers. But at the back end, we have been working both on alternate sourcing and alternate sources. The R&D has done a lot of work, and I think we should be able to address this in about 3 to 4 months and completely, I think, de-risk the supply chain in 6 to 9 months.
Thank you so much for speaking with us, Rakesh Sharma there of Bajaj Auto, saying look at the big picture when you see sluggishness in sales that has been going on, and the fact is that the prices of bikes have gone up.